Welcome back, guys. In this video we're going to be looking at creating a very modern, sleek design logo for your business website. So we're going to be doing that in Canva. We're going to be making 4 different logos with the free version of Canva and one extra one that you can do if you have the paid version of Canva. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to click Create Design and we're going to choose Logo. Here we go, choose Logo. That will create a 500 by 500 pixel blank canvas for you to start, and you can really start to go from here. If you've got some sketches of a logo that you would like, you can start from scratch and use your blank canvas to create that using all of the Canva things on the side. We're going to have a look at the logo templates that Canva has here, remembering that any of the ones that have this small crown in the bottom right hand corner are part of the paid Canva subscription, and then ones like this one here that don't have the crown, those ones are free for people who have the free Canva subscription. So if any of those jump out at you, you can then choose those, and they can be quite stunning to look at. They're, some quite nice designs here. What we're going to do is we're going to have a look here to choose a design, put a couple on there and see how does that look. Actually, that's quite nice. We're going to go with this one today. If you choose a one of these free designs over here on the left hand side and you bring it over and you notice that it's not white at the back, well, that will depend whether you that color is going to suit you, or whether you'd like a white background or a different color background as well. And how we do that is we click on the design, making sure we're not clicking on any of the particular elements in the design, so that our whole canvas is highlighted in purple, and we have this short menu up here, or short navigation bar up here. If we click on this box here that we see is the same color as our background, we can change the background color, and you can change your color to any color that you like, even to gradients, if that's going to suit your brand. We're going to choose just a plain white background for this. Now we can see that they've got 2 large letters behind. The made-up business that I'm using for this example is called Irresistible Decor, so I'm going to just type that in here into this text. Irresistible Decor. And we're going to change our A to an I and our V to a D, and increase their size. Irresistible Decor. And this extra text here, we're going to get rid of that. Oops, didn't mean to grab that element and move it around. I meant to highlight everything. So if you ever need to unhighlight something that you're working on, just click over in the gray space and that will unhighlight everything. And now I want to highlight all of this design. So I'm going to click in the gray space, hold my mouse button down and drag my mouse across till it's all highlighted. And now I can resize all of the elements at the same time. And then again, click in the grey space and just see, am I liking this design? Am I not liking this design? How is this design feeling according to my brand? I'm actually quite liking it. I am going to make this grey box slightly larger, so that I can make my text slightly larger. There we go. And we can always zoom in to align things. We do that down here at the bottom. We can make it smaller, we can make it larger. So here we go, made it larger. We can get this Irresistible Decor exactly where we would like it to be according to that grey box. And I'm just noticed as I've zoomed in, I've noticed that this Irresistible Decor text is a brown color. So we're actually going to make this black. Make that black. There we go. We're going to zoom back out And we have quite a nice, sleek design for our business, for our website. Irresistible decor. You could add an image if you would like to. I quite like just the plain design, which is also better for particularly when you make it smaller. So if we can do that, we can check, because have a think about where this logo is going to be. It could be on the top of letterheads. Certainly it will be in several places on your website, also on your socials, your Facebook banner, wherever your business has any presence online, you'll be using this design, this logo. So what we can do down here is we zoom out and we see, how does this look when it's quite small? When it's quite small, it is still recognizable as the brand. Even though we can't read that text, because of the layout of the letters and the layout of the logo, if you knew this brand or this design, you would still recognize it as this design, as this brand or business. So that is what we're after. I'm just looking at these letters and I just realized they're actually different sizes. So we click on the I and we can see that it's 250 and the D is 226. So I'm going to actually increase the D to the same size as the I, which is 250. There we go. Okay, now that's a better proportion. Okay, so now we've got our basic design. This is our basic black and white design. And what we're going to do is we're going to highlight all of it and we're going to make it as big as it will fit on our canvas. And center it there. There we go. So now we have our first logo, our black and white logo. The next logo we're going to create is a half color logo. So we're going to duplicate our logo, where we get our second one down here. And just to have a small bit of color pop on our logo, we're going to just change one element to the color. Now you should have, if you haven't thought about colors of your brand, now's a good time to think about that. What colors do you want to have as your main sort of color palette for your brand? I use mostly blues in mine. So I'm just going to change one letter to a blue color. So we're going to highlight our letter and we're going to come up here to text color, click on that and come down to our colors. You can see that the colors of this is the name of the my channel here, and these are the color palette colors of my channel that I use. So I'm going to try this blue here. Click over on the grey space and see, now that just puts a slightly little bit of color pop onto our logo. And we can actually duplicate this again, because I'm going to actually change this background shading. I'm going to put this back to black and I'm going to change the background behind our text here. Now, if you ever find you're in this situation where you can see that I can't actually highlight that grey spot there. Why? Because there are other elements that are completely over it. So how we do that is we click out here so nothing is highlighted, and then we can click on this element here and we position and we move it backward. Now we can highlight our color, click over on our color, and we can change it to that blue again. And now what we're going to do is we're now going to move this box backwards. Click on the box, click on position and move it backwards, and there are our words. It's now gone behind our words. So we've just juggled those two things around so we can work on an individual element at a time. And now we're going to click on our words and we're going to change that to white. So now we have another design with a pop of color, but it's a different pop of color. What we're going to do now for our third design, so we've got our black and white, we've got our color pop, we've got two different color pops. We're going to do our third one, which is going to be full color. So we're going to duplicate this. Or are we going to use this one? Actually, I'm going to delete that one. We're actually going to duplicate this one here for our full color pop. Just going to move it down so we keep them together. We've got color pop 1, color pop 2. This one's going to be full color, so change this I to the same color as the D. And our background, and we're going to have the same problem here where we can't choose our grey background, so we're going to click on our words, position, move them backwards out of our way. You can click on the, I'll just scroll up here and show you that. You can click on an element and you can move it out of your way and then click on the element there. But then once you've changed that element to what you want, it's very hard to get this back into exactly the same spot. So I don't like to move elements around if I can help it. I'm just going to put that, I'm just going to Control Z and put that back where it belongs, because then what you'll have is you'll have this logo and then this logo, and your words might be slightly out, and we don't want that. So it's often better just to move the elements forwards and backwards. So now we can click on this background, go up here, change it to that dark blue, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually make it a paler version of that same color. So how we do that is we choose the color that we want, we come over to this brightly colored box over here, we click on that, and then we have our base color here, and we can move this dot up to a lighter, and we can go to as pale as we want. Let's go nice and pale blue, there we go. Click back over here, and now we can move our box backwards, which will bring our text forwards. Move it backward, there's our text. Now we have a full color logo right there for us to use. And then one thing that we also would do is I'm going to use this one with the black letters, duplicate it. I'm going to move it, just move it down to the bottom so we can all keep track of everything that's going on. Is we're going to create a logo that is just our letters. So we're going to click on our text and remove that. And we're going to bring our letters to the front. So we click on the letter, position, forward, position, forward, and change this. Can I grab it? Oh, I can't grab it because I've moved those two letters forward. Okay, so let's just move those letters back again. There we go. Now with one letter moved backwards, I can highlight my box, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to change that back to the grey. There it is. Now I'm going to move that letter forward. So now we have our logo with just our letters on it, which could be useful for any different things, particularly small logos where your logo is going to be very small, like on a social icon. And how we check that is we come down here to our view and we can make it very small, and we can see how is it going to look when it's small. So you can see that when we've got these really small, we can see that actually this is quite a good design for a small image, because it's still very clear what it is. And if people know your brand and know your business, they're going to recognize that even though it's small. Also, when you have a favicon, which we talk about in our creating your website videos, you're going to need a logo that is recognizable when small, and that's when you want high contrast between your colors. So you want like a black background and a white background and black letters makes that's the greatest contrast. You don't want lots of different colors or different lines and designs on this for your favicon. It makes it really, really hard to see. Okay, let's bring that back up to where we can work with it again. Okay, so now we've got that, and the last design that we're going to do, we've done our 4 designs. We've got our black and white logo, we've got our color pop logos there, we've got our full color logo was our 3rd one, and our 4th one is our just our letters for our logo. So, and this might be also your initials if your brand is your name. The fifth one that we're going to do is actually one that you will need a paid Canva subscription for if you would like to do this one. If you do have a paid Canva subscription, I'm going to show you how to make your logo rise up off the page. So we're going to duplicate our black and white logo, or actually we might do it on our, let's do it with both the black and white and our color. So we're going to duplicate our black and white logo and we're going to bring it all the way to the bottom. There we go, and we'll want our color one as well because we're going to do both of those and see how they look. So get that color one as well, our full color, and bring it down. So we've got our black and white and our color logo here. So what we need to do for these first is we need to reduce their size because we're going to be putting them in a circle. So we click over on the grey to make sure we've got nothing highlighted, and then we hold our mouse button and drag across our image so everything is highlighted. Now that everything is highlighted, we can make everything smaller and still keep our proportions. Put that in the center of our document, quite small, quite a lot of white space around it. And we do the same for our color logo as well. Make that nice and small, put it in the center. There we go. Okay, and now we're going to come over to our elements and we're going to search for round water drop. Round water drop. And you can see here, we're going to click on see all these graphics, that the round water drops are all part of the paid Canva subscription. And this is the one that we're going to be using today. So we're going to click on this and drag it over. And we're going to put one on there as well. So here we go. We're going to move this to the center of our logo and click off. And you can see now that our logo is literally rising off the page. I'm going to make it slightly larger and center it again over our logo. There we go. Fantastic. How great does that look? And then we're going to do the same here for our color logo. And we're going to make that in the center. And now our color logo is jumping off the page as well. Now that we've got our color logo here, what we are going to do is we're going to change the hue of this water droplet. So we're going to click on it. We're going to click on Edit Photo. When my computer loads, yep, there we go. And we're going to come down here to Filters and we're going to click See All. And as you scroll down, you'll see some have this slightly different hue of color. We've got the soft, we've got color pops here, different color pops there. You can't do a great deal with it, but you can make it slightly colored. Where was it that I saw the cool? Here we go, here we go. So let's do this one and we're going to just make it slightly less intense. So we've just got that extra bit of color on our colored logo. So now we've got our black and white and we've got our colored here. Don't they look fantastic? Okay, so all of these logos are looking very good, ready for our website. We can download these by clicking Share, Download, and downloading them to your computer, where you can upload them and use them wherever you need to use them. And if you haven't started building a website yet and you're not sure which ones to choose, you can have a look at our videos where we compare different website builders. You can also click on the link below and get your free System.io account where you can build a website for free, and also includes building your funnels, also your emails and your courses and automation, all with their completely free account. So you can check that out below, and you can look at our videos on those on our channel. I'll see you there.